Imagine you have a program where you can use AI to write a script, automatically generate an entire movie, and then change all the parameters in between. Hi, I'm Markus, Creative Director from Austria, and I've been working with many different professional software applications for more than 20 years. Since the advent of AI technologies, the creative industry has literally been turned upside down. We see countless AI tools appearing on the market that inspire and also scare people with their capabilities. The prices for these are quite high, and it seems as if these applications, despite their colorful and aesthetic output, are very limited and inefficient in their user input or control options. In my opinion, this deficiency and the lack of cross-competence skills is already cooling down the hype. So what should the future look like for an AI tool that combines different competences and give way more control back to creative people? Imagine you have a program where you can use AI to write a script, automatically generate an entire movie, and then change all the parameters in between. I think that's exactly what will happen in the next few years anyway, and in this video I'll show you my vision or prediction of what the whole thing might look like. First of all, I suggest the need for a classic editor. This will be the main control center of our projects. Here we can add a script, and this should get a process rolling. Another track for a matching storyboard is automatically created. Then an audio track, including voices, sound, and music. Then a design track, which can also be an external panel though, in which we can see all the characters, objects, and locations of the script prepared and editable. An animation track in which all animations can be perfected and every shot can be finalized, and also a post panel for visual effects, filters, LUTs, and many more. So the whole thing should represent a coherent pipeline and be able to be calculated forwards and also backwards. If the script is changed, all further steps will be readjusted naturally. But if you change something in the design later, such as change the hair color of a character or what else, this should also be changed retroactively in the script, also in the audio if necessary, in the storyboard, etc. This is what I mean with full control, and you can change everything with certain clickable tools by prompt or even by speech input. Let's take a look at the business side of it. Paying or activating the script editor might only be interesting for authors. There could be a lot of different gadgets that make this tool way better than every existing text processing program. By enabling the storyboard feature, storyboard artists can create better storyboards and provide feedback on the script. If we add audio, our output can be an audiobook or audio play with music. Adding designs, we already have an audiovisual slideshow, perfect for every presentation and pitch. Plus animation, we can already generate videos of all kinds. Think about social media, but also YouTube videos. And buying into the all-in-one package, including post effects, we should be able to create an epic full-length movie. Since my experience also extends into interface design, let's now take a closer look at how I would imagine the design of this application. Of course, this is just a preview draft, but it might be helpful to start a conversation about it. The heart of the project is the pipeline. In the upper area, you can see the pipeline, which is always visible, while the colored lines represent the rendering process that is ongoing or has already taken place. Below, there is a control panel to have changes rendered automatically throughout the whole project, which could be very time-consuming, or we only render partial sections one by one once we have made all our changes. Be aware that I will use the classic term render also for AI-generated content as well. Next is the editor. Below the pipeline, there is an output monitor and a timeline. Here we can insert our narrative ideas, and the next feature, script, we can either create a new empty template, an existing template, or a script template. The editor also allows us to navigate within the project, change the timing, and edit all different parts of the pipeline. The script. In the lower area, we find the prompt input, which we can use to make changes to the script. A direct editing option would of course also be ideal. One of the gadgets mentioned could be a dramaturgy editor. The AI automatically detects conflicts and turning points in the story and creates an editable diagram. So moving the last point downwards can turn a happy ending into a bad ending, or vice versa. Other features would be, for example, a character mind map, a shot list, and a plot summary, which will be generated automatically as well and can be exported here. The storyboard. When the pipeline is actively rendering or the next step is rendering, we can already see the finished storyboard. Each individual image can be clicked on and changed at the desired location in the Quick Edit tab using a selection tool. Of course, the style would possibly be changed and the image could be output in color, but this can be treated optionally and is probably better done in the designer section. What do you think? Audio. In addition to the storyboard, the audio would also be created. To do this, the AI would have to be able to assign existing dialogues to all different characters and convert them into a default voice output. The voices should be embedded in several tracks and be changeable, of course. In addition, there should also be space for tracks regarding sound effects and an AI-generated music, the design section. Detailed character editing from multiple perspectives may need to be made possible here. In addition, a number of standard tools that are familiar from traditional image editing programs should be available here. In addition to a selection prompt tool, a drawing tool would of course also be helpful to bring certain colors and shapes to the desired location. Furthermore, all objects, that is props and of course all landscapes, are generated and listed based on the script. These should also be editable in detail and every change should be updated retroactively again in the editor. Of course, buffering various process sections should also be done automatically, but it can require large amounts of data. So from today's perspective, rendering and saving various project versions would only make sense after larger work steps. Entire maps and icons, as well as other graphic elements, should also be able to be designed or inserted here in order to be able to create not only movies, but perhaps even interactive games with functions in the future. A coding system sounds intriguing to me, but this isn't my profession. When I think about certain game engines, it might be possible though. Animation. In animation mode, the characters are calculated in 3D. As with all other topics that I mentioned, there are already providers who offer similar AI tools like this on the internet. They are just not connecting all these functions in a way that I would want to work with them. Anyway, in the next step, the characters can be rigged and animated automatically based on what they do in the script. Alternatively, there are other ways, for example, using templates. Intelligent motion capture or face capture via webcam is also already on the market and could be further refined and perfected in addition to the AI program's templates or suggestions. Acting skills or animation expertise may still be required here to achieve an individual result. A scene editor is not intended to be a fully comprehensive 3D program, but in the best case scenario it allows control over the arrangement, camera movement, and behavior of the actors in front of the camera. Post. The last feature, post, is therefore the finishing touches. Here, user can not only change the style of individual shots or even the entire project, but should also be able to create physical effects such as an explosion, fluids, volumetrics, dust, and also very important, they should be able to make compositings. Back in the editor, we see how all the threads come together again after generation and how we have full control over every single step within this pipeline. My resume is, we have more control, we'll keep our jobs, quality will increase, less tech skills are required, and different business models for different needs can be implemented. So, this is my idea, my suggestion, and my design for it. This is not a pitch only, it also is my personal prediction towards the future of that industry and a topic for discussion towards the whole creative community. Criticism is welcome, but keep in mind that technological development will most likely go into this direction anyway. I just added 1 + 1 together. I hope you like my presentation. Let me know what you think about it. By the way, if you would like to implement this idea and need a consultant, please feel free to contact me. Thank you so much.